Today, we're heading to the world-famous Keukenhof Gardens in the Netherlands. In this video, I'm going to share everything you need to know to make the most of your visit. I'll show you every corner of this place and share tips that will make it easier for you to enjoy this garden. From the best times to go to tips on avoiding crowds, food options, and hidden gems, this is your ultimate Keukenhof Visitor Guide. Let's go! Hi fellow travelers, this is Ken from Ken Travels 360. We're kicking off our adventure with a visit to Keukenhof Gardens, one of the most famous and largest flower gardens in the world. Located near Lisse, Keukenhof is part of the Bollenstreek region, famously known as the bulb area for its long history of growing flowers, dating back to the Tulipmania of the 17th century. First, let's talk about when is the best time to visit. Keukenhof opens its gates every spring, and this year it's open from March 20th to May 11th. Keep in mind that bloom times can vary based on the weather, so timing your visit can be a bit tricky. A colder spring means the flower bloom later, while a warm season speeds things up. We visited last year during the last weekend in April, which is typically when the flowers should be at the peak. However, because of a mild winter, they bloomed earlier than expected. While there were still plenty of beautiful flowers to see inside Keukenhof, all the nearby tulip fields had already been harvested. I had hoped to capture some stunning drone shots of the colorful fields, but they were gone by then. Fortunately, I was able to find some beautiful flower fields further north in the Netherlands the next day. Having said that, mid-April onwards is generally a great time to visit. Now, no matter when you come, you should expect huge crowds, even on a weekday. Weekends tend to be the busiest, but sometimes avoiding them isn't an option. Regardless, if you plan to visit Keukenhof on a weekend like us, then it's highly recommended to secure your tickets online in advance to avoid long lines, or worse, the tickets being sold out. In addition, if you are coming here by car, make sure you book your parking ticket to ensure you have a spot. The parking cost is €9 and spaces do fill up. If you haven't got a car, public transport is a great option. Keukenhof Express buses runs directly from Amsterdam, Leiden, Schiphol Airport and Haarlem. These combo tickets include both transport and entrance fees. They're quite pricey, but they do make things much easier. I'll add the link of the official website where you can buy tickets online below. Right, let's head inside and explore this floral wonderland. Oh, cute. Keukenhof isn't just a quick stop. It's a massive 32-hectare garden filled with 7 million flowers. The park is huge and there are lots to see, so make sure you budget at least 3 hours. But if you want to take your time, enjoy the pavilions and stop for photos, plan for a 5 to 6 hour stay. Crowds do build up quickly, especially between 10 AM and 3 PM. If you want fewer people in your shots, arrive as soon as it opens or visit later in the afternoon when many tour groups have left. Keukenhof is divided into themed pavilions and gardens, each offering something different. We'll now check out the most important and most interesting ones, so you know what not to miss. Well, this is Willem-Alexander Pavilion, and it's probably the most important pavilion to visit. Inside, you'll find hundreds of varieties of tulips, coming in every different color you could imagine. The sheer scale of the display here is breathtaking. You've got tulips in every color imaginable. Classic reds and yellows, soft pastels, deep purples, and even some with fringed or multi-layered petals. Some are tiny, others are massive, and you'll keep finding ones you've never seen before. What makes this place even more special is that a lot of these tulips are brand new hybrid varieties. Some are so new that they don't even have names yet. So take your time walking through, because the layout is designed for you to explore at your own pace, with flower arrangements that change slightly throughout the season. If you are after that perfect tulip photo, This is definitely where you get it. With so many tulips in one place, it's almost overwhelming. But Keukenhof has more than just flowers. As you explore the gardens, you will soon come across a truly iconic landmark. One of the most popular places in Keukenhof is the windmill. This is a historic working windmill from 1892. We're gonna climb up there. We're walking up the windmill now. It's quite slippery, the steps. But from up here, you get a beautiful view of the park and the surrounding flower fields. Right next to the windmill, you can also find the Whisper Boat Tour. The tickets are extra at €10 per person, and the tour lasts 45 minutes, and it takes you along the canals around. However, according to reviews, if you are an avid photographer, you will be disappointed, as your camera angle will be low, and you will see just the front rows of tulips by the canal banks. After the windmill, we're going to walk through the gardens and head over to a pavilion that many visitors tend to overlook, but really shouldn't. Well, next we're going to get inside the Beatrix Pavilion. Here you'll find orchids and anthurium. Quite a few visitors skip this just because it doesn't feature tulips here, but you'll be missing out on some truly breathtaking blooms if you do. Unless you're really short on time, I recommend taking a stroll through this vibrant session. It's a beautiful break from the usual tulip displays. The colors and intricate patterns of the orchids here are well worth your time. If you've been enjoying this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up to let us know. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. I love hearing from you, so leave a comment with your favorite parts of the video. Well, next we've got the Oranje-Nassau Pavilion. Here, you'll find flowers arrangements arranged in beautiful and different styles and themes. There are also different rotating exhibits here. After checking out the Oranje-Nassau Pavilion, make sure you spend some time to explore the nearby gardens. With beautiful water features, including fountains, this is a perfect spot to relax before moving on to our next must-see attraction. From here, we're heading to Juliana Pavilion. But first, we'll pass by Irene Pavilion. So over here, we have the Irene Pavilion. This used to be the entrance of Keukenhof Gardens. Now, there's a large fountain, a couple of small restaurants, and toilet facilities. But next, we have the Juliana Tulipmania Pavilion. Here, you can find a permanent exhibition about the history of tulips in Holland, and you can learn about Tulipmania, the world's first economic bubble in history. Well, here they talk about the history of tulip. It was actually a flower that was grown in Central Asia and was imported to Europe much later on. In the 17th century Holland, tulip bulbs became highly coveted commodities. Prices for rare varieties soared, leading to a bubble in the market. At its peak, single bulbs could sell for more than the cost of a house. In 1637, the bubble burst, causing a dramatic collapse in tulip prices and leading to financial losses for many. It's often cited as the earliest example of an economic bubble. But this year, they also have a Keukenhof 75 years exhibition. After all that walking, you'll probably have worked up an appetite. Let's talk about your food options inside Keukenhof. There are several restaurants throughout the park, but be prepared, prices are quite high, and as it's a captive audience, long queues are common. So the best thing to do is to prepare a picnic before you arrive. There are plenty of scenic picnic areas where you can relax and enjoy your snacks. If you do prefer to buy food inside, Willem-Alexander Pavilion is the largest restaurant. Look at how crowded it is. It's actually 4 p.m. now and it's still so crowded. You also find restaurants near Beatrix and Irene Pavilions. along with several food trucks scattered across the park. But just a heads up, walking into the tulip and flower fields at Keukenhof is strictly prohibited. If you're keen to stroll among the fields and snap selfies with a variety of tulips, there are a couple of other places nearby where you can do just that. Check out the Tulipmania or Tulip Experience Amsterdam, both designed for tourists to enjoy the flower fields up close. They're located close to Keukenhof Gardens, so you can easily visit them on the same day. I hope you've enjoyed this visit to Keukenhof Gardens. If you're looking for ideas for what else to do while you're in the Netherlands, watch one of these videos next, where I show you interesting places to visit in Amsterdam as well as in the Netherlands. Thanks for watching. I'll see you over there. Ciao!